What's up, you guys? This is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today, Soldier 76 is canonically gay. I guess we just gonna play Overwatch here from now on. No, legitimately though, I was going on Twitter yesterday and I caught a couple tweets and I was like, no, this is not happening again, is it, Blizzard? See, the thing is, when they went ahead and moved forward with Tracer being, you know, their big gay character, I was like, okay, so she's family friendly, she's homosexual, she's perfect, you know? They got Rule 34 going for her. You've met your gay quota, Blizzard, right? But they did mention that there was gonna be another homosexual character. I just didn't think it was going to be their poster boy. Legitimately, I thought it was going to be some side character that you saw like running around one of the maps or something like that. But legitimately, they have canonically made Soldier 76 gay. And the thing about this is, it matters big time, but it shouldn't matter, but it does matter. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So for those of you guys who missed it, Blizzard actually went ahead and dropped a short story featuring Ana, which is like one of my favorite characters. Let me tell you right now, you cannot hate Sniper Grandma. She's the best, and she just got this sick Bastet skin, so she got a short story, she got a new skin, she got a gay best friend. I'm like, damn girl, you are winning at life. So, within the story, they actually went ahead and talked about some of the olden days with the old Overwatch team, the disappearances that happened, and you know, they had some things referencing the history of certain characters, and one of them, of course, was Soldier 76. Now, through this story, after like 5 pages, which was cool though, because it was a nice way to kind of like just slip in the puzzle piece without necessarily making the whole story about this big gay coming out for Soldier 76. But it was revealed through pictures that, you know, he was involved with a man previously. Now, unfortunately, his duty kind of overshone that. He wanted to make sure to protect people like his ex, and he wanted to make sure that they were able to have a happy, normal life, because it's not something that he could ever provide because of how much he wanted to protect people, right? So that, for me, was absolutely nuts. It was literally like 1 page. That's all that they dedicated to it, and I think it was more than enough because the fact it was really, really well written. It's not something that we normally get when it comes to gay characters, and I love the fact that it wasn't like a throwaway bit, but it was actually something that was at the core of Soldier 76. It was a part of his motivation. It was a thing that drove him to do things. And they did say that, you know, he used to talk about Vincent a lot. And now it's kind of something that he's kind of had to put into the back of the closet, you know, for lack of a better term. But it's something that drives him. And I think that it's amazing that that's the way that they handled it. Again, it wasn't just some throwaway bit, but it's like at the core of this character. Now, the thing is, it actually really touched me. And in this day and age, I know I want to say, oh, it shouldn't matter if a character is gay these days. It really shouldn't. It's not a big deal. But the fact is, gay characters aren't usually done like this. It's not something that we've seen a lot. There's been a lot of storylines lately though that have been emerging that have been great for the gay community, but like maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, we weren't getting these kind of stories. Legitimately, my expectations for gay characters were very, very low. In fact, I'm gonna be honest with you, like I had stated at the very beginning of this video when, you know, they said that they were gonna have a couple homosexual characters and that Tracer, you know, was one of them, I was like, all right, so who's gonna be the next gay character? Because I'm like, it's gonna be like Wrecking Ball, or it's gonna be like Ash's Bob. Like, it's not gonna be a main character. It's gonna be some really weird offside character, especially if it's male, that's either gonna be there for comedic effects, or, and I hate to say this because I love my sisters out there, or it's gonna be another lesbian or bisexual. It's gonna be one of those two, but it's gonna be a female, lesbian, or bisexual, because that is exactly what's marketable. And I hate to say it, but it really hurts my soul because I don't mean it, but I kind of mean it a little bit. But when video games do, they're like, we have a gay character, and I'm like, it's gonna be a female. You know why it's gonna be a female? Because, you know, the Rule 34 is strong within these communities, and if all of these heterosexual men have something to fantasize about, that's cool. They don't want to have extra dicks in their Rule 34. It confuses them and it makes them more tilted as they're in gameplay. It's not good for their gameplay, so they don't like it. But the fact that we have a canonically gay main character is like mind-blowing. See, previously to this, in other games, a lot of the, gay male characters were resigned as side characters. Or if you were a main gay character, it was because you were able to craft the protagonist, right? So they wanted a protagonist that resounded with you, but not something that they set in stone. They're like, no, this person, he's a gay. Ain't nothing you can do about it, right? Because everybody, if they just have that kind of like silent protagonist, they're making their own main character. It's not anything like that this time around, because this is something that is set in stone. Now, as of late, I've been seeing more and more of this, and it's actually been done really, really well. And so this was kind of like icing on the cake for me because of the fact that we've seen, it's kind of like this progression that we've been seeing. There was some talks about Kayn in League of Legends potentially having a thing for another man, and then they came out with the whole Varus thing, which was, for those of you guys who don't know, Varus's backstory, which is really, really cool, and I'll leave a link down in the description box as well, because they have a video on it, is like two men, like one of them is dying, they try to save him by going into this weird well and shit, but there's this like, this Darkin that's there, which is like this weird demon weapon creature thing, and then they all bonded together and they're like in this magical mystical threesome, and then the two of them are trying to hold the evil demon back so that they can retain some of their humanity. It's intense and I kind of fucking love it. And that was the first time that I saw a really, really good gay story, but it wasn't necessarily a main character. There's several other Darkin out there. And then, of course, there was Devrim K in Destiny 2, another great kind of like side character. I love his banter. All of that was really, really well done. And we've been seeing a lot of these great gay side characters, or these gay male side characters. And we really haven't gotten to be able to experience it as a main protagonist, which for me, I want to say that it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter that he's gay. It really shouldn't. Like, I think Riot had said it in one of their quotes, and I've got the quote here for you. Diversity is an explicit goal for our roster. Riot Games didn't come in and say we need a game champion who is gay. It never feels forced or pandering. In a world where a space dragon visited your planet and someone just threw a flaming teddy bear at you, two dudes kissing isn't gonna make anyone bat an eye. And that's exactly how I feel about Overwatch, right? We have Tracer who jumps in and out of time. We've got a giant gorilla that is like super high tech insane. We've got people who like literally bouncing themselves off of explosives. So this shouldn't be a big deal. But the fact that it's not being done very often, and when people are attempting it, sometimes it's not done very well. I'm even gonna say it now, and I think I'm gonna get a little bit in trouble for this, but Dragon Age Inquisition, one of the big gay characters in that, I hated his storyline. I thought that it wasn't, even though it was written by a gay man, I was like, ooh, I feel like this is a little too like on the nose. I feel like it's like this isn't the story. And the thing for me is like, when I look at these things, when I look at these games, like we see a lot of, gay male characters in other things. In comedies, we see them we see a lot of bad guys that seem like queerish, and that kind of makes me sad. I always wanted like a big gay action hero, right? Not necessarily, for comedic effect, but like, just like I want someone who blows things up. Listen, I know I'm gay, but I don't really like musicals, okay? Romantic comedies are all right. What I really want is like a big gay superhero that explodes things, like an action star that like gets into crazy fight scenes. Like, that's what I want. Not something that's like tainted. I just want something that represents me. And that's why I think it really does matter. Like, it shouldn't matter because, it's 2019, but it does matter because it's not being done very often, or not being done very well, or let's be real, sometimes occasionally it's being forced in there. This is one of those instances where I'm just like, oh, I'm glad that you did it the way you did it because I feel like it was absolutely fantastic. I think the way that I referenced it to it was like it was a puzzle piece. It's just a small puzzle piece in a bigger puzzle, but it's one of those integral puzzle pieces that you needed for Soldier 76 to really illuminate his reasons for doing everything that he does. So I am super duper happy about this. I don't know, and here's one thing that I am going to put out there for you guys, and this is just my point of view. I might get some heat for this, but I've seen a lot of comments saying, ha 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 ha, look at you guys, all of the people who play Soldier 76, you're gay now. You know, it's kind of like one of those, not in like a mean way, but it was kind of like the gays coming out and saying, we got a gay. But I haven't really seen too many tweets not happy that he's gay. I don't visit the Overwatch Reddit, so I don't know. I just play with bots, as you could probably see up in the footage right there. I'm just trying to have a good time, trying to live my best life. So I haven't seen too many people like tearing it down, but I have seen people tearing it down who think that other people are tearing it down. I don't think too many people are tearing it down. Leave your feelings down in the comments below. Let me know if you've seen people going apeshit mad that, you know, Blizzard has introduced this, or like revealed the fact that one of their biggest protagonists is a homosexual. Toss that in the comments below. Let me know about your feelings on this. Let me know if you feel that I may have missed some gay male protagonists, like main characters, main, not side, that were absolutely amazing, that kind of filled my whole like superhero action star fantasy. Toss those in the comments below, or if there are any, you know, really good quality side stories that maybe I have missed that I should illuminate myself to. Regardless, that does about do it for me for now. I'm sorry, this is not usually the normal video that I make, but I was touched. Thank you, Blizzard. So, as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your Soldier 76. Ooh. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.